Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. Before I jump into this video, I just want to say my new song, Look Back, comes out tonight at midnight. As I'm recording this, the song will be out everywhere in 3 hours. I'm so stoked about it. I think you guys will really like it. Please, at midnight, go listen to it. If you like it on Spotify, add it to your playlist, all that stuff. It helps more than you know. I really think you guys are going to fuck with this song, especially if you liked Waste My Life. I think you'll like this song. So yeah, I'll leave that first link in the description if you want to pre-save it so it goes into your library at midnight. Can't wait for you guys to hear this. Anyway, let's jump right into today's story time. Today's story time is about me getting caught. Now, I haven't done a story time like this in a long time. Now, it's not about me getting caught doing some weird shit. It's about me getting caught smoking. I think you guys will enjoy this. Leave a like in the video if you do, and let's jump into it. So today's story time all takes place in 2015. Now, at this point, 2015, I wasn't an adult yet. I was still living at home with my parents. I just started doing YouTube a year prior to this. So yeah, needless to say, I was still on my own. But, around this time, I was smoking pretty frequently. Vapes were kind of just getting big. I smoked weed at the time. Now, let me just preface this video by saying, if you're under 18 and you're watching this video, don't go out and try some stuff just based on a story time I'm telling. These are just for entertainment purposes. But anyway, now that that's out of the way, yeah, 2015, Pothead Luna, Vape Man Luna was in full effect. And, I was trying to sneak around with it. I didn't want to get caught doing that because at the time I was pretty young, and if my parents caught me doing that, I would get in trouble. I already had been caught prior to this, so I was really trying to, keep it on the down low. But sadly, that all failed. So this all starts off as a normal day in 2015. I'm sitting in my room, just in my room, playing some COD, doing really nothing, right? And one of my friends hits me up, and he's like, yo, you trying to smoke? I was like, smoke what? He's like, weed, obviously. I'm like, all right, bet, I'll meet you at our spot in like 30 minutes. He goes, okay, bet. Now, this friend lived right down the street from me. I've actually talked about him in other story times before, but this was one of my good friends at the time. He was my neighbor, basically, with how close he lived. And we both lived near a smoke spot that was like 5-10 minutes away, so we could just walk there every day and meet each other. So fast forward 30 minutes, I showed up to the smoke spot, he was there waiting for me, we smoked together, and then he sold me a little bit of weed. Now, at this point, I didn't really like to smoke alone. I had obviously done it before, but I preferred to smoke with friends just because I would get anxiety when I smoked alone. But for some reason on this night, I was just feeling like I was going to try it again. So in case I wanted to, I bought some off my friend and I went back home. Now I get home and I'm sitting in my room playing some Call of Duty, just, waiting for everybody in my house to fall asleep so I can go and be a stoner by myself. And fast forward to about 1 a.m., my mom walks in my room and she's like, hey, it's 1 in the morning. Why the fuck are you awake right now? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I just, got distracted. She's like, yeah, go to bed. Turn the games off. I'm like, okay. So I shut my Xbox off. She went back into her room. I shut my door. And I just kind of laid there for a bit. And about 20 minutes later, I tiptoed out of my room, walked by her door to see if the TV was still on. And if it was on, it means she was awake. If it was off, it means she was usually asleep. And it was off. So I thought, okay, I'm good to go. Time to do this. So I quickly tiptoe back to my room, go into my room, open my dresser drawer, go under all my clothes where I was hiding my weed in my bowl, and I pack that thing, sit down on my bed, and I open my window and light up. And I'm blowing it out the window because, I didn't want my room to stink like weed. But at the same time, when you smoke in your room, there's bound to be some smoke that doesn't leave the room. So I don't know what I was thinking, because it definitely smelled like weed in my room, like big time. And I get like 70% through this bowl, like almost done with it, almost in the clear. And then I start getting paranoid, right? Like just that extreme stoner paranoia. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get caught. I need to be more careful. So I put my bowl down on my bed. I jump out of bed, run into the bathroom. I grab an old toilet paper roll out of the garbage and then grab like 6 dryer sheets and stuff them in there to try and make like, a sploof thing to blow the weed smoke through so that it will come out and not smell like weed smoke. So I make that. I quickly run back to my room and I shut my door. I sit back down in bed and I start blowing the smoke out my window again through this toilet paper roll thing. And I go to take my last hit of this bowl, like the final hit. And mid-hit, like lighter to the bowl and everything, I hear my door swing open and my mom go, what the hell are you doing in here? And I just dropped the bowl on my bed. I was so freaked out. And I covered it up with one of my blankets. And I'm an idiot because it moved it right up to my leg and I burned my leg. I'm like, shit. And she goes, Austin, I just saw what you were doing. Don't even try to lie to me right now and say that you weren't just smoking pot. Tell me what you were just doing. And I was caught. Like, there was no way out of this. Like, she saw me lighten up. Like, there was no way that I was getting out of this. Like, fully caught red-handed, caught in 4, if not 4, like 8K. It was over with, right? So I look her in her eyes, just kind of stared at her for a second. And I was like, I was smoking weed. She goes, yeah, you were? I was like, yeah, I mean, you just saw me doing it. What else can I say? She goes, cool. Well, give me your phone. And I handed her my phone. She goes, give me your Xbox. And I unplugged my Xbox and gave it to her. And she goes, yeah, you'll get this back when I feel like giving it back. You're done. You're done for a very long time. I'm like, okay. Now she takes my Xbox, she takes my phone, goes back to her room, and goes back to bed. But the one thing she forgot to take, and this is still hilarious to me to this day, was the weed. She didn't take my bowl, didn't take my weed, didn't take any of the stuff that she was mad about, but took my Xbox and my phone. And part of me wanted to go knock on her door and be like, hey, you're forgetting this, just to kind of like make a joke out of it, but I know that would have pissed her off. So I was just like, okay, well, you know what, I'll keep it then. And she went back to bed. I waited a couple hours, and I smoked the rest of it. Now, that was a very stupid idea. That could have gone a million different ways bad. But it all doesn't end there, okay? So fast forward to the next morning. I wake up. I get ready for school. I go out into the kitchen, and I see my mom there. And she goes, hey, Austin, I forgot something last night. I was like, what'd you forget? She goes, I forgot to take something from you. I'm like, oh, yeah, what was that? She goes, don't play stupid. You know what it is. Go in your room, go get it, and bring it to me. So I turn around, I walk back to my room, go into my room, grab my stuff, bring it out to the kitchen, hand her all my weed stuff, and she goes, you didn't use this again last night, did you? And I was like, no, I didn't use it again. And she goes, Austin, if you are lying to me right now, I will ground you until there is no ground left. And in my head, I'm just like, okay, that's morbid. I'm like, I didn't use it again, okay? She goes, I don't believe you. Now, she had every right to not believe me because I was fucking lying and I'm a shit liar. And she goes, I really don't believe you, but you know what? Just thanks for giving me this stuff. Have a good day at school. I'm like, okay. So I grab my stuff, I leave, I go to school, and I go about my day and about my life after that. Now, I ended up getting grounded entirely for about almost a month. I got all my stuff back right before week 4 hit. So, it was just under a month, which, to be honest, wasn't very long when I think about it. It could have been way longer. But yeah, you're probably wondering, Austin, did she ever find out you were lying? She did find out I was lying, because a year later, I told her. I was like, hey, remember that one time that I said I didn't smoke after you caught me smoking? She's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I lied to you. She goes, yeah, no shit, I know you did. I was like, oh, cool. Now people are probably like, Austin, why would you tell her that? Because it had been quite a while, and she was a lot more cool with me about that type of stuff because I was older. So I just thought I would tell her and kind of make a joke of the situation. And yeah, she was surprisingly cool about it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much where that story time ends. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I would really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all later. Peace. I don't wanna look back, I don't want it like that. I've been going too fast, all the girls like that. And the fake ones wanna see my pulse go flat. And my day ones know I'ma pay some back. I don't wanna look back, I don't want it like that. I've been going too fast, all the girls like that. And the fake ones wanna see my pulse go flat. And my